I was going to do a video on this, but I said we'd do it live. We're just coming on to now. What time is it? 11 o'clock, is it? I think it is. So we'll talk about this live, just so if anybody has any questions on that. So I just get started, and if anybody comes in, I talk. Just hopefully we can cut this bit out, and we'll upload the video basically me saying that. So if anybody has any questions or any suggestions or anything. So basically, first of all, I talk about Cavan Storyville for the ages, and obviously Sean, I want to thank Charlie K for his suggestion of the name. Thank you so much, Sean, first of all. So I just want to bring up the speed of that, first of all. So basically, we're looking for stories, and obviously the email is cavanday178@gmail.com. Please send in your stories of Cavan. If you are in the county, your experience in the county, things like that, positive experiences. If you knew somebody who was from Cavan, send in a good story of that person. Again, we're trying to get stories of Cavan throughout the ages. It could be from last year, could be from this year. Some good stories, some funny story maybe too, because that's what we need at the moment. We need funny stories, good human stories. And just to show too the impact Cavan people have. It could be in Offaly, it could be in Tyrone. Cavan people are all over the world. There's many of us across the whole world. Isn't that great? But yeah, just send in your stories to us at cavanday178 178@gmail.com. Again, it could be about anything, but please do send them in to us. We have from now until September. So please, if you have any stories at all, to do anything positive, again, don't be talking about Cavan people, they're just mean people. Don't be like that. Don't be the downer on this party. But yeah, if you have any good stories, please do share them with us. We would definitely appreciate that so much. And if you want any more information, that's why we're live at the moment. We will be live a good lot of the time, so you can come on the live stream and ask me. Or you can email us and ask questions about it if you wish to find out more. Or hit me up on Twitter, even looking for the win. Or in the comments here, either tell me about more about it. So yeah, next thing I just want to bring up the touch before we move on to the young people. I want to bring up the touch first of all with the Kahoot. As you know, we're doing the Kahoot for Cavan this year. So we have questions. We're making the Kahoot ourselves. We have 48 questions so far. We could add more. We wait and see. So we had 2 people testing it. So we just want to thank them first of all for testing it out and making the see did it work and was it okay? How hard was it? Testing it out, testing to see how hard. And I'm happy to pull forward with them 48 questions. There was one 40 answer we put in by mistake, and obviously that was changed. But the 48 questions, the 2 people said it was okay, that it wasn't just how there was a few questions they had to think about and things like that. But obviously you have 20 seconds to think, and they thought it was very reasonable. So the first trial of it basically went okay, and it's going okay. Basically, we add more. We're still working on bits and pieces. But the first 48 questions we have are pretty decent and not just hard, as the people said. There's a few tricky ones, you have to use your head. But yeah, I just want to thank them people too. They know who they are. We do appreciate it sincerely for you taking the time out. Again, it's about to get through the 48. It'll take about nearly an hour, so about 50. At the time it took us 53 minutes. So if we add a few more, probably would. And give or take, giving people time to take a break or go to the toilet or whatever the story will be halfway through it, then that would obviously be the case. So we will do that. So yeah, so that's working. We're working away on that. We're working very quickly on that. We're doing that. We'll walk through it. Third of all, I just want to bring attention to this, and I mentioned the live stream earlier on. We're looking for young people. Again, we have one person straight away in mind that we're going to ask to promote basically the project and things like that. Or to show their talent, particularly again, as I said in my live stream, their talent, we need to, we want to show their talent. And this person, one person I have in mind, first of all, has a great talent, and we're going to use that talent and obviously show her talent to the world too. So yeah, obviously they'll be paid well and things like that. They'll be paid obviously for promotion. So if you have any suggestions, or if you take your person we could look for, in terms of any good talents, in terms of art or music or whatever, please send us an email at cavanday178@gmail.com. I will put in the link in the description, and I will put it there in a few seconds. So please do hit us up and tell us about it. it is very crucial that we get a few people. Again, depending on the budget we have, we hope to have about 4 people we'll be able to sponsor. So probably 3 more, including that person. If they're willing to, we haven't talked to them yet. So probably applications have to be in, because again, send an application, say that you're a good singer, and that you would like to sing and you would like to do something for Cavan and show your talent of singing. You please send an email on how you explaining what you would like to do and why would you like to do it. So yeah, particularly again, we would use many people, particularly from Cavan. So if anybody that's from Cavan, we would probably put them in front of anybody else. But we will see. It depends on how many suggestions we have. So we work with people. We will work with people. We will talk to you. We'll try and negotiate a fair price for people. For the people working on it, because again, these are young people. We want to get more young people involved in their county and promoting their county. As I would say, a beacon for their county. So yeah. That's what we want to do. So please do send in your email to cavanday at 178@gmail.com. I will leave it. I keep getting mixed up. So please send an application again for Storyville. If you have any stories, please do send us an email. Again, applications stay open from tomorrow and today into September, probably the first week of September. So if you have any stories, ask your neighbours, ask your friends about applications. No, not applications, but stories from Cavan. Stories about people from Cavan, but obviously don't use the full name. Obviously you use Paul or Joe or John. So please do send in that. If there's a good story, or you had a good one time you came to Cavan and something funny happened, or something that changed your life, a Cavan person changed your life. Because again, there's so much beautiful stories Cavan has attributed to the world, and so many amazing people have left these shores to go to other countries, to make a difference in other countries. So please do let us know by obviously contacting us on Gmail, and at any time you can contact me, and obviously too, and any young people that want to participate, or we obviously send us an application on what you want to do. What I mean by application, just tell us what's your talent and what's this and that, So yeah, please work with us on this. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to take a few questions now, and obviously the Kahoot too. We work towards that. Obviously, won't be taking applications at the moment, but most likely the applications for Kahoot, the people joining Kahoot, will probably be at around August, the 1st of August or whatever. We take the people who want to join the Kahoot. Obviously, we'll probably have about 50 people, and obviously there's prizes. As I said, there's a €500 prize for the first place. Second place is 200, and the third place is 300. No, not 300. The third place is for 100. Sorry, it's third one. So yeah, so that's not until the 1st of August. So just to let people know. So we probably will see again, depending on how many people. If we can get even 50 people, and that's good. If we have to pay extra to get 100, another 50 people, then we will do so. So yeah, so I will take questions now. This will be recorded as a video. Anybody that's here live, you can hear me. That's good. So if you have any questions on what I just mentioned, or if you want to rewatch anything that I just said, please do, because it is very crucial that people do know what we're doing at the moment and things like that. So I will talk to the chat now. Excuse me so around 8:40. So just take a note of that. 8:50. So yeah, I get David to edit that tomorrow, and we put that bit up before the video. So yeah, now I'm live again. So instead of recording a video, if anybody has any questions, that's why I'm here at the moment. So yeah, sorry about that. Hello Alan again. Sorry, hello Peter. My apologies. I was just recording that because that's going up later on, so I couldn't interrupt myself to respond to the chat. It doesn't make any sense. So my apologies. So yeah, don't get caught out tomorrow. I probably will as a winner. I have to be cautious, but yeah, we'll be only here probably to 11:30. We'll take questions if anybody has any questions about anything we're doing or anything. Better not mention getting a parking ticket. What parking ticket? What do you mean parking tickets? We're going to get people parking tickets now. Could you do raffle? We plan to do raffle. We don't have any update on it yet. Whenever the day nearly comes, we will think about it. But definitely the Kahoot. That we haven't organised that yet. But yeah, hello Tony, first of all. But if you have any questions, I would take any questions. The email is Cavan. Yeah, Stories of Cavan. It's yeah. So probably the county council. Wait 1 second. The county council might do their own thing, um, like an own the things on the street and things like that. But there'll be no meet up for us because I'll be busy on Cavan Day sorting the cahoots out, and we will be helping out the county council with the online promotion of Cavan. So I won't have the time on Cavan Day to do any meetups or any of that. But if anybody does come to Cavan, I need to get the all clear first before I say to people, you can come to Cavan for the weekend. But of course, if that, I will wait. I'm waiting for word for the council first. Um, but yeah, of course, if you're in Cavan that weekend and you come across me, of course, I have no problem with that. But it's just on Cavan Day, I might be very, very busy and I wouldn't have time to meet anybody or anything like that. But we'll see. We'll see if that Friday or that Sunday, if it is on Saturday, I believe it will be on a Saturday, some Saturday in September. But we wait and see. We wait and see. We walk and see what happens, what the county council say first, and we walk with it because again, depending on COVID too. And that's. But I'm assuming, and again, this is an assumption, but I'm assuming that everything will go to plan and everybody be in Cavan and there'll be street performances and things like that. So, there won't be a parade or anything, but there'll be street performances like something like Farco and Heron. So yeah. But of course, people are allowed to go. Of course, I will promote people. I will encourage people. That's the word I use to come to Cavan. If it is so, there will be a festival kind of in Cavan. I do encourage everybody first of all to come to Cavan for the weekend to take a break, and to come to Cavan to visit Cavan to see Cavan, and to experience Cavan firsthand. And you could possibly meet, depending on what's the story, because again it depends on how Kahoot all this goes with Cavan. It depends. So yeah, but so that's what we're saying at the moment. But yeah, obviously the street performances thing that won't be organised by me, be organised by the local authority. Just to say, that's not to do with me. So I'm just waiting for the all clear before I say to people you can come to Cavan and things like that. Which obviously will encourage loads of people to do. And I do encourage everybody here at the moment at that weekend, whenever the weekend is, to take a bit of a break and to come to Cavan for a bit of fun, a bit of crack. So yeah, you walk too hard, excuse me. We can't have a float here, unfortunately, Tony. We're not making it about ourselves, so I don't want to be self-set around that. It's all about the county, it's not about me. Okay, I don't know. Like again, it depends. We never know what could happen. The county council might have something organised. No, we're not. We're not going to do that now, Mark. We wouldn't. I wouldn't allow that. We're not going to make it about myself. I don't want that to be thing. We're not going to make it about promoting ourselves. It's all about the county. It's not about walking about ourselves. If we're going to do that, then we might as well call it an Logan with the wind day. No, we're not going to do. We're not going to do that. So please don't do that. If you do come to Cavan that day, please don't do that. You can bring signs, of course, saying about Cavan Day, but don't bring it about me. Okay. We just don't want to be self-centered. We're saying now, look at all this and what we're doing like that. It's all about the counties, not about us. Well, yeah, if you meet me, of course you can. Of course you can. It depends. Again, it depends on where I am. That's the question. Depends on what's the story in the cabinet. Well, yeah, we see what happens. We had to wait for official word from the local authorities first of all. So we don't know. Not likely to be doing tiny towns in cabinet because it'll be far too busy. With everything else. But yeah, any questions on young people? Anybody interested in the application? Again, you have to send an application on what you think will be in there. I know Bitwan said earlier on, but I don't know, has anybody sent an email yet? So it is Cavan Day at 178@gmail.com. Yeah, I did finish it. Yes, I did indeed. But yeah, instead of so if anybody has any questions, please ask away. That's why I'm live at the moment, so people can ask me questions about what's the story and what we're doing. But of course, yeah, as I said, if I'm not busy, again, most likely Cavan Day itself, I'm very, very busy. Whatever about Friday or Sunday, that I'm assuming it will be a Saturday. Again, I'm assumption that it will be Saturday. I could be wrong. They could go in an entirely different direction, but I'm assuming they would do it so Saturday. Yeah, well, yeah. If Cavan Day goes ahead in this performance, things I have no problem meeting anybody, on the day. Well, not on the day, but them days, the Friday and Sunday. Not likely on that if it's a Saturday. Again, it could be on Sunday, Cavan. But yeah, I have no problem. I'd be only too delighted. But I will be busy, and I have to get people to understand I will be very busy for me, and for everybody in Cavan that day. And obviously to encourage, and obviously hopefully to, uh, it'll be helping, the local businesses in Cavan to recover. That's the email if anybody has an application to send for either the stories or, the project, the promoting Cavan, the young people promoting Cavan. And we talk it. We won't. That'll be the end of the month next month. Probably the golfer, Leon Kiernan. Probably she would get woman of the year. Would it be a cake sale in Breifne Bar? No, I said there might be, to be food vendors. It'd be something like the Flower or something like that. That's what was the Cavan Day is all about. Adrian Lowe, and you promoted it more on the local. Yeah, like I did promote it on the radio all across the country. It was on every local radio station in the country. I will admit that. But I was asked by on behalf of the county council to do that. Well, not really though. It was trying to thrown on me. You know the answer, and more than anything else. So I don't know what you'd say on behalf, but I was thrown at it. I was thrown at me, so I had to do it. And no choice in the matter. Even though I wouldn't have done it if I had a choice, only for I was thrown on it. Didn't have an option. But yeah, any questions? Like, please do ask questions. That's the reason why I'm here at the moment. But I will edit that out. I'll get Davey to do that in the morning. He take that bit beforehand. Yeah, but that's the thing. I need to know probably sooner or later, so I can tell people to come to Cavan. I want to try and promote people. If it is kind of, if it is kind of, in person kind of Cavan Day, like it'd be something like the Flower, live music, things like that. It'd be great fun. I hope. Again, it depends on what happens. We don't end it. So it'll be good. Yeah, there'll be things you'll buy. I know that sounds, but there'll be vendors and there'll be things. There'll be music. There'll be things in the Kilmore. Take for example, there'll be nights in the Kilmore, and there'll be probably celebrities. Again, probably we don't know what could happen. Again, I haven't been in any meetings, so I don't know what the council's talking about or what they're doing. Like I know they were trying to get Johnny Brady. Spoiler alert, first of all. But you probably have seen it on social media. A good lot of people have asked Johnny Brady in person would he come to Cavan, not for Cavan, but as a visit. So maybe the county council might speak to him about coming to Cavan for Cavan Day. But we wait and see. I'm not going to say much more. There's people obviously saying that would be amazing. Obviously, would be amazing. But we wait and see. We wait and see. We wait and see what's going to be volunteer of the year because this is volunteer of the year now. Is that in Mead or is that across the country? You don't mind me asking. But yeah, so any other questions? Like any questions at all about anything? But applications out there, so please send it to that email. I actually pin it. Pin message. No, I don't think it's necessary yet, Mark. I don't think it's necessary yet. We'll come to that budget when we get to it. At the moment, we're trying to get only individuals in Cavan to promote their county and use their talents. As I say, this one person to have in mind is very good, very talented. And obviously the Storyville. We're not really at the moment worried about the Twitch streamers. At the moment, we're not worried. We'll see at the end. We'll see when it comes near the day. We'll see. Or when it nears the month, we'll think about that. We look at it, we see what we do. But the majority of them probably wouldn't do it, to be totally honest. I'm not going to lie to you. Unless there's money in it, I don't think they do it. That's the thing, nowadays people won't do things for nothing. Even though I'm not getting paid for promoting this, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But the majority of people are not like me, to be totally honest. Like the vast majority of the people working with me at the moment, only if I'm paying them, they wouldn't do it. That's what they said to me. So that just goes to show you. Only for them being paid, they wouldn't do it. So yeah, that tells you all you need to know. But no, we see when we get there. I'm not going to say we see what we do. We see what happens. But at the moment, we're trying to get this bit organised. You know, if that makes any sense. We're trying to get this sorted out. Obviously, as I said, the Kahoot is going where we have all the questions. Well, we could add more at any stage if we have more. But we already have done test ones of it and all that, and that's seemed to be going pretty well. It's not that hard. It's not that easy. It's kind of average, which is good. There's some hard, tricky questions, but at the end of the day, it's okay. It's a good quiz. I always say that. The two people did say it was a very good quiz. And we spent the total of something like 40 hours coming up with the questions, looking up the questions, making sure these are okay. So it was 40 hours basically spent on that quiz alone, trying to get it organised, trying to get pictures and things like that. It was amazing, I have to say. Very good. And Davies, the fellow we had to thank for it. Done a good lot of work with it. And obviously he's been paid accordingly too. Nobody's going to do nothing for. Nobody's going to do anything for nothing. To be totally honest. In other words, you probably have, Tony. You don't go around asking people in the shop, are you from Cavan? No, but no, I'm not talking about Cavan people. Like even if they like your friend, like take for example, Mark, your friend in college. Right, I'm just taking for example. I know you love college first of all. So say Woshin, right? We'll come up with Woshin, right? I don't know why I should pick Woshin, but take Woshin there. And Woshin came up to Cavan there a few months ago, and she look at it. She was in Belturbet there, and she look at she was very happy with the place, and she went fishing, and she caught a pike, and then she look at she fell into the lake, and she look at things came that day, and she look at she lost her trousers or something like that. I don't know. Something similar, something funny, something good. Like even ask your friends to have. Like it has to be true story, obviously. Please don't send us fake stories or things like that. We want real, authentic stories. I know, very, very political, isn't it? Real, authentic stories. We'll be doing fact checks and all that. We're getting the fact checkers in here. And the fact checkers on Facebook are never wrong. Disclaimer, I'm not saying anything. Yes, I understand. I understand. I don't know. Tony, I still don't know. I don't know. We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. We probably won't know until 2 months' time. To be totally honest. When I go back anyway, I find out a few things. I find out more that I don't know. But yeah, any other questions about anything else? But yeah, please do if you have any friends. If that sounds so lonely, have any friends. But yeah, even your teachers went there. To have a story about somebody that was from Cavan. Maybe the perfect person actually to ask the teacher. Did they ever have a student from Cavan that they actually got to know and they knew a bit about? And you had a good story to tell, a good happy story. Again, we're not looking for this Cavan man went off and shot 50 people in the shop. We're not looking for that now. We're looking for positive stories because again, the year's been so far very negative. I'm sure you would agree. Let's try and get some positive, very heartwarming stories of different things. That's what we're trying to achieve with the Cavan story fair. Some good stories where we can read out and people be like, that's actually a very good story. And this, like as I said earlier on, about a person that lived in Boston, he moved there, was very young. He basically went there with basically the shot in his back. That's all he went with. And he went off to Boston. And he had a happy life in Boston and made a life for himself. So, they're good stories. And obviously there's loads of stories. For every person that's left these shores, for the millions of Cavan people that are around the world have stories of their grandfathers and what they did. And times of hardships and things, how to overcome the hardship. So, good stories, really, really good stories. And hopefully we can get some good stories. Because again, there were some good stories last year, which we didn't ask for, but we got. Again, as I mentioned about the person from the Philippines that worked with the person from Cavan. And he said he was a very, very good person and told me stories about it, which is very, very heartwarming. And some of them were very, very heartwarming. But yeah, you can indeed. Yeah, you can do that, Mark. But I wouldn't intrude. Like if there's a discuss over the other things, I wouldn't be annoying them. Like take for example, it's about discussions or something like that. If they allow it, that's what I'm asking. If it's okay with the people, the administrators or the servers or whatever. I don't want to put too much annoying people. If that makes sense. But yeah, we do encourage people to email us. Obviously, have emails at the top of that. Email us there. It might take. We obviously will see any email that comes. But GT and awfully spot me back. It's nice. But yeah, any serious questions? 5 people here, so if you have any questions, please do feel free to ask. Oh, you're volunteer all over Mead, so you're the top man in Mead. Good man, Alan. Good man. The top man in Mead. So yeah, good man. It's okay. So any other questions? Like, feel free now. This is why I'm live, so you can ask questions and I can answer them live and I can fill you in on what's happening. So yeah. So yeah. But yeah, so we have one person in mind for the young person thing promotion. Again, she has I looked into it already. She has a TikTok. She has a TikTok. She has a YouTube. And I think she's an Instagram. So yeah. But yeah, so but try and take this seriously. I know everybody's always a bit hyper, but try and take this a bit seriously, please. Because it's good that I want people to know what's happening, what we're doing on next Wednesday. I want to try and be a bit professional. Have you ever broken a bone? I will ask this question, but I'll answer this one. No, not to my knowledge. Probably it's hard to know what's wrong with my shoulder. It's hard to know. I say I sprained something more than broken. Like the doctor doesn't know himself. I won't go for an X-ray. He wants to send me in for an X-ray. I won't go. So there you go. So I'm probably assuming it's a sprain or a fracture or something. I highly doubt it's a broken bone. It's the same time, so Tony. What time is it? Just after 11. But yeah, anyway, we won't be live for long again. And please, if you have any other questions, let me know. Right. First of all, anybody going to apply for any of these two things? Just ask. Is anybody going to send an application? Well, that's a very formal. Anybody going to send in a request? Even very fancy. But yeah. So yeah, just to say, this is not to do with anything to do with me. I don't want any credit out of Cavan, and I don't want any. I just want to make sure the county is promoted and make sure that we have fun at the same time. We have fun in doing it. Request. Mark, please. If you want to send in a story, or if you want to nominate somebody or put somebody forward, or even recommend somebody for helping us promote Cavan. And again, it doesn't say that we will. That last thing I mentioned there. It doesn't say that we will accept everybody. We look at your request and we look through it and we see what we can do. But for the story one, we will accept all requests. But as long as they're realistic, as long as they're not like a Cavan man went to the moon and spread communism or something like that. How's your family keeping? Oh, they're keeping well, I hope. But yeah. But do you have any questions, Tony? Apart from asking about hair and things like that, do you have any questions? What do you mean, like a Cavan ambassador? Do I look like a Cavan ambassador? No, I'm not. Yeah, but here, any questions, Tony? Any questions? Apart from talking about women and things like that, can you be serious for 1 minute? Do you like the Scottish? Oh, sorry, I missed that comment there. I don't mind. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I would listen to them if they are there, I suppose. But yeah, so I'm assuming nothing else anybody has to add. But we're going to 11:30 now, so if anybody's anything to add me. Ambassadors, what do you mean? Well, I want people to, again, why I'm picking young people to do promoting Cavan on social media is, again, young Cavan, particularly young people in Cavan, should be ambassadors for the county. Should be, I have to see already, but should be should be a beacon of Cavan everywhere. And should be a beacon on social media everywhere of the county. And that's my idea about getting a few people, particularly young people, to be ambassadors, be beacons of the county. Because again, they are the future of the county. Young people of the county. So that's the thing. But yeah, please stop asking my tea, Tony, and all that. Let's be serious now. If you have any questions about it. Because early one was the stream where we just talk shit. We don't answer. compared to now. Now it's more serious. I remember my mum. But there'll be no floats or anything. As far as I know, maybe they will do a parade. It depends on that. Bastards? What? Excuse me? The Cavan. But that's the thing. I don't know what the I assume that maybe they might do it themselves, the county council. I don't think the funds will be there to be totally answer to Mark to achieve all that. Be totally answer. Again, if the funds out there, we see what we can do. That's all I can say. But again, this person, I will say, as I said in the other stream, the one person I have in mind for the young person, to promote Cavan, this person has good talent. She's very talented and art and things like that. So technically, we have something to do with that, but we won't have an art competition thing. But I don't think many people would enter an art competition now. Whatever about the Kahoot competition, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, but I know, but we probably wouldn't have anything to give people, if that makes any sense. We wouldn't have the budget to give people a big prize. But again, Mark, we see how we go. Because again, we're not getting government funding or anything like this. So that's what we need to understand. We're working on a bit, but we're not working. We don't have an unlimited budget. If that makes any sense. The council can have an unlimited budget, but we don't have an unlimited budget. Yeah, but if people want to take it upon themselves to give a shout out voluntarily, like again, you can put in an application if you wishes. But people can take it upon themselves. Again, we're not stopping people. If people want to, they can do it. They help us out. That's if people can do that. Again, it's a long way away, so I wouldn't worry about asking Adam now at the moment. But as long as I'm not mentioning it, again, I talk about when the time comes, but as long as I'm not mentioning it, because I don't want to be self-centered or think that I want all the attention or anything like that. It's for the county, it's not for me. So I just want to go out very loud and clear, first of all. Because I don't want people to be thinking that I'm just using this for fame or whatever. Because I'm not. I couldn't be bothered with fame or anything like that. I'm just doing it because I'm doing it, and that's the end of it. Well, of course, you can send us in an image if you want, or something like that. Like, people can do things. Like, you can do things yourself, but we probably won't be able to pay you, and that's to be totally honest with you. Because again, this stuff alone is costing us a good bit. So yeah, people can do things themselves, but we probably won't be able to pay them, to be totally honest. But we see how we go. So yeah, any other questions? But I understand, Mark, the idea of art. I would like to do something like that. But we keep it in mind, but I don't know how we would do it. No, I don't want to be famous, and I don't really want this to be associated with me, to be totally honest. Like, it's the channel that's doing this. It's the people of the channel, if that makes sense. People at Cavan are doing this project Breifne. It's not me. I don't want to be self-centered right now. If that makes any sense. Well, I haven't put Cavan. Many other people put Cavan on the map now. Yeah. But yeah, we're going a few minutes time because there's not really anything else that needs to be added. And there's nothing that we can really do at the moment with Cavan Day. Oh yeah, the by-election, the Shannon by-election. I had to write that letter soon. For the Shannon. Then we have to start the world leaders. So we'll probably start that. Probably 2 weeks time. We start getting the letters ready for the world leaders. So we write that up. In 2 or 3 weeks time we'll start. do someone. There's the map there, Cavan. There was another yoke I used to use, but where the fuck is it? I say it's God knows where. It's a good story, God knows only where. Dol Erin. Dol Erin. Yeah, that's. I don't know where the map I used to have here. It used to be behind me, now it's not. Yeah, but that's where it used to be. It's not anywhere there. Is it here? No, it's not here. I used to have up at the Cavan now. I say it's probably somewhere else. It's not here now. Don't know why this is on the ground too. Stuff. Oh, yes. Decent enough. But yeah, serious question to everyone here at the moment. So who is thinking about the two doing the yokes? Doing these two yokes. So serious question. Serious question just for a second before we go, because we're going in 5 minutes time. No, that's fine. You don't have to send me a letter. What do you mean? I don't know the date, Tony. If I knew the date, I'd have you told by now. I'd be doing it. And it would be more. At least then we could be all more organised. So we don't know at the moment, Tony. As I keep saying, we don't know that. Again, as I said, next week we might see about it again and see. We see, because we're going to go back to work, as you know. But yeah, can I just have a straight answer? But who? So anybody going to put in an application for them to things? A good lot of people, 14%, so 7 votes in this thing about 86% said yes, they would join the Kahoot, and 14% no. Okay, people are very nice in this county. But yeah, so answer me that, Tony, and everybody here, please, if you don't mind. Is anybody going to put anything forward, just so I know? Because we have to keep a track on what's happening. So I take it, but yeah, of course. If you send it, so you're taking about joining one of them out. Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, just send us an email, and we have a look at the application. I just kind of would have an idea who here. Let's go. Tony, Jesus Christ, Tony. I can't explain that, but just rewatch the video and you'll understand. But yeah, there's a lot to go through now. But yeah, I think there's no other questions. If there's any other question, but it's just about Cavan, we're not answering anything else. Or about Project Breifne. Then I have to go now, but because that's the only reason why I was here. But I was hoping to be a few more people and asking questions. But anyway, tea time's over. I just finished my tea. It's gone up to 88. It probably has, yeah. But yeah, so yes, I'm sure you said yes. So a few people said no, which is unfortunate. I thought it would be behind. Yeah, it's in the pinned comment of the chat. It's the very pinned comment. You can send us whichever one I mentioned there, either the young people or the Cavan Storyville. Whichever. But yeah, if you went to the Cavan story, if you please send us the story of it. In the young people one, just say what to do, and we can see what we can do. There is going to be disposable cups, yeah, but it'll be obviously pay a bit extra for Peter. But yeah. So I take it there's nothing else. Again, if anybody else has any question relating to Project Breifne, please let it be known now. No, Tony, I'm afraid. Because we're not really talking about Offaly at the moment. We can talk about that Sunday when we next go live. Actually, no. Friday's tomorrow. Saturday we'll be live. It's a leading character indeed, so I just take note of something just for 1 second. Fuck, excuse me. Excuse my language. Watch the language. But yeah, the email's at the top of the chat there. Please email us if you have something to ask us. Yeah, it's gonna something like that. Cavan Day 178. So yeah, is Mark still here? As I say, Mark might put himself forward for one of these. So yeah, just so I have it. So there's nothing really else I could say. I'm gonna watch a few videos now in a second. So we're not gonna stay up and we're not gonna really be here any longer. So I get that cut tomorrow. That bit out, and I put it up on the channel. Yeah, but I already kind of done that. It already ends in the video, I think. Okay, but I'm just checking, yeah, you probably will put yourself forward for the first one, Mark, would you? Or you probably would put Adam or somebody forward. Oh, is Kahoot an app? Technically, yes, but you can still join it without having the app downloaded. But yeah, I need an application. I can't put anybody forward. I need an application. This is just checking, because I'm assuming probably Mark will put his Adam or somebody forward. For something it's just in the sub. I need an application for. So I just want to kind of know. I can't do anything. It's entirely up to people to put themselves forward or anything like that. I don't want to put anybody's name down. Because we need to kind of have it in writing in an email just to say, this person's wanting to put themselves forward. Because we have to talk. Because it's not just myself. There's 3 other people we have to decide. My 2 mods and my administrator and all that. So yeah, it's something. Yeah, of course, yeah, please do, Mark. That would be very kind of you. But yeah, just make sure you put it in the email, and make sure you just type the Cavan Storyville so we know which one you're talking about. Like, the more stories, the better. The more you can get, the better. But it's from now until September. So yeah, to explain, I just even write it down here. So what date is today? So we'll say from the 1st of April. That's when the application officially opens. From basically now until the 1st of April to September, probably the first week in September. So I make a date now, right now, so you can say. So you have a long time. So March, April, May, June, July, August. So we say the 5th, Monday the 5th of September. So I don't know how many days that is, but it's a long time. So from the 1st of April to the 5th of September. So it's a long time. So, there's no hurry on it. There's no hurry. But if you can get, whatever stories can get out people, if you know anybody of the wish to contribute or into that, please do, of course, contribute. The more the better. Like, we hope to probably, like, this is the thing. We hope to have about 4 of hopefully 4 of these. So in this is about good 20 pages. So we hope to have about 4 of these. 4A4. So yeah. So we hope to have 4 of them. If we can get more than that, of course, we'll take it. Because we'd be weeding it out. I'd be probably sitting down with my moderator and we'd be here, we'd read out the story and we'd talk about it and things like that. And we'll put them up online too for people to read, only members of the public to read. So it's a big operation. All this is a big operation now. It's a lot of organising things. But so yeah, it's a big operation. So okay, that's decided now, and I decided the test. So it's the 5th of September. So for the young people, so it's from the first day of applications open today, April 2. I make up a date, so we get the application. So particularly the young people one, just to say. So listen, just for 1 second, everyone. This is very very crucial. Applications stay open until the 29th of April. Actually, so we go to the. So we go to the 1st of May, isn't it? Yeah, the 1st of May. We go to the 1st of May. So basically a month. I'm giving people 30 days to put their applications for. But obviously, as I said, one person I'm going to ask. Obviously, if I hear people, I've been talking to people already about different things. And obviously, if they say no, it depends. If they say yes, we haven't asked them yes. But they have a month, whoever wants to put themselves forward to put anybody forward. We talk to them. We obviously would make a decision on how many people we want. But most likely we will have at least 4. And obviously with the range they pay, what they want to be paid for. Because obviously we can't afford to pay them €700 per person or anything. But we probably could afford 100 or 200 per person. We're most likely probably anything over 250 wouldn't be able to afford to pay them to do it, if that makes any sense. With the budget that we're working. So that's probably the budget that we'd be working on, paying them 250. 1st of May, the same day as your birthday. Mark something. Also, I have a video to do after this, just to remember it. Very important video coming up now. I have to record it because I actually forgot about it. If I didn't forget what actually was happening. But yeah, so it's basically a month. So you have a month to put in the application for that one. The other one's longer. So because we do really need to know, we have to get the payment sorted out in advance of Cavan. So we have plenty of time. And obviously we will work with whoever the people are. We'll work with them. Adrian, yes, that's my name. Don't say it loud. I did read what we said, but yeah, tell me, Mark, what is it? Because I'm just about to go. And obviously you can tell me at any time. You have a direct line to me, so on Discord, so you can email me. Monday the 4th. Yeah, I think Davey has that already. Where's that? He told me about it the other day. That's the birthday's coming up. But yeah, that's not bad. We won't forget. Davey is in charge of that, so he tells me every day. So yeah, and I have access to the document. So don't worry about that. We get something sorted. Yeah, of course I won't forget. Don't worry. The 4th. I won't forget. Don't worry. Well, yeah, it's okay. I'm not gonna lie, it was okay. I didn't read it all, but I went bit of it. What's twice? So yeah, I think we leave it there, lads. There's nothing else to ask about Cavan. So yeah, I talk to you all tomorrow. What's the 31st? No, sorry, I changed it to the 1st of May for people to put themselves forward for the promotion. So yeah, take care, everybody. It will be uploaded a bit of it earlier on. We're talking will be uploaded as a video. I have that cut by Davey. So thank you.